Over the next 10 weeks, we're going to be taking out players, building a realm, and smacking goblins in an attempt to ascend to Godhood.
Go on, kill the goblins,
lads,
go on.
He's done it!
Leif, we don't have the resources.
We need more men! Tom, why does it say war against Ephesus?
Oh, sorry, misclick.
So what is Arkheim Realms at War? Well, the kind folks over at Traven Games are sponsoring this 10-week adventure, which is good for us because we were kind of just going to do it anyway. So thanks, guys. But as for the game itself, it's got some really interesting lore. So basically...
Leif, mate, take 5. I've got this. Countless moons ago, an ancient race used crystal orbs from the rock of Arkheim to harvest the arcane power of the moon. They did this believing that one day they would descend into eternal light on the day of the full moon trinity. However, greed got the better of them, and this ancient race destroyed themselves through internal wars. Eventually, this ancient race went extinct and perished into nothing. The orbs now have been rediscovered, and with the full moon trinity approaching, could you ascend into eternal light? With your team, you have to unite the realm under your banner and choose between playing as elves or dwarves. Leif, are you an elves or dwarves guy?
Mate, you can't just ask someone that. Anyway, now that you've skipped Tom's part, it's time for the good stuff, the gameplay. You use ascension gates to ascend to different islands, which work like a league type system. Essentially, the more ambitious you are, the higher an island you'll make it to, with the ultimate aim of winning the showdown on the 4th island. But how do you ascend? Well, you do this using the orbs Tom so kindly spoke about, which are generated by towers and stolen from others. But how do you steal from others? Last rhetorical, I promise. In Arkheim, teamwork is key. You really can't play alone. In my opinion, the player interactions both inside the game and outside really stands out as the best part. You play as part of a realm, a 15-player alliance of people working as a team. You'll meet the realm that we joined later on. Oftentimes, these realms are decided on and negotiated well ahead of the start of the season. That is, if you're an elite player like us. Much like the real world, the economy is the most important thing. Your town serves as your economic base. This is where you build buildings, troops, and generally manage everything. Let me take you on a quick tour of our town. First up are the resource fields. This is where we harvest, well, resources that can be seen on the top of the screen. The resource you see on the far left is people, which can be coaxed in through building houses. What's that? Oh, apparently we're not allowed to refer to people as a resource. Well, on the far left you can see our beloved citizens who can be offered lucrative, high-paying jobs with great benefits slaving away in the mines. In the centre here is the building section. This is where you play Tetris to cram in as many buildings as possible and rival the urban density of London. Right at the top is the crown jewel of the town, the Citadel. Fortunately for us, your art can't be destroyed in war or otherwise, so you can always dust yourself off and get back to it. We've done a lot of dusting ourselves off. Finally, we've got the goblin camps. These are sort of scattered around the place, and you need to clear them in order to get access to additional resource fields and extra building spaces. Additionally, in the bottom left, there's a goblin camp that just keeps on coming back up. I really hope that's not like a goblin refugee camp, otherwise we have violated several laws. Right, now you've got the general idea, it's time to show you how we've been getting on. It all started when we were asked if we wanted to play the game casually or competitively for these videos. I got rather heated at the assumption that I wasn't already the best in a game I hadn't played before. Therapy's going well, thank you. So we joined the Silver Veils realm, the best of the best, the cream of the crop, and now us. These guys had won several times before, so we were eager to get stuck in and do our bit. When we first dived into this new world, the realm hadn't quite been set up yet, so we joined a random one in order to get going. Coincidentally, many of the other predetermined Silver Veils members had also joined. And so began a hostile takeover Wall Street would be proud of. First, we used our numbers to promote one of the founders of Silver Veils to a leader position. Then we systematically voted out every other member that wasn't in our cartel, wasn't in our realm. Truly, it was a thing of beauty. With the ousting of the old, and with the inviting of the other Silver Realms members, the realm was born. And boy did it start with a bang. This is why discussion outside the game is so important for competitive realms. We had roles such as a designated pin guy, also known as a planner, who would plan out towers so we could be optimized down to the very last second. Predictably, we messed this up. However, it just goes to show how great the community is that they laughed it off and showed us what to do. Spoilers, this kind of happens a lot, but each time, to their credit, they've rallied to help us out, and just a quick shout out to the Silver Veils. Thank you very much for being patient, guys. Now let me set the scene. We were attending to our town as usual, building buildings, managing our troops, generally reveling in the prosperous atmosphere. Then, it happened. The powers that be saw fit to call a vote to promote us to one of the leaders of the realm, in recognition of our stellar 2 days of playtime. I called my parents, Tom celebrated wildly alone because he has no friends. Our dreams had come true, we had made it. We were now one of the leaders, a respected member of the Silver Veils realm. Until someone realised what a terrible idea that was, and we were promptly stripped. But what a couple of minutes that was! Despite minor setbacks, we progressed steadily through all the levels, and our town started to really hit its stride. We would join our fellow realm members claiming land on the map and clearing supplies occupied by goblins, which provided regular payments straight to the Ark. Are we sure this game isn't a metaphor for something? Apologies for breaking up the narrative flow of the video, but it has to be said that this game's art style is gorgeous. In my opinion, it's the attention to the little details that really immerses you in this world, from visual things such as the barricades crumbling after you defeat them, to hilarious little quips in the descriptive text. These things didn't have to be added, but they were, and it's a much more rounded game for it. Anyway, back to the story. The week progressed and preparations were made for the next moon phase. This is where us and similar-minded realms would ascend to the second island. Ascension plans with detailed maps were made. Troops were assembled. Rivals emerged. One realm clamoring for the #1 spot were ITF, who we will definitely be seeing more of in future videos. In fact, one member of this realm actually watches this channel. He used to be a part of Silver Veils, but joined ITF. So it was a bit of a surprise for him when we showed up. I don't want to say that you picked the wrong realm, mate, but next time just think about your decisions. One really cool thing about the game is that you can play on both mobile and desktop, something we didn't really give much thought to until my PC wasn't working properly, so I couldn't log in, and my phone was broken.
Hello?
Tom, I can't log into Arkheim right now, but we've got to move our troops. Can you handle it?
Oh, mate, no, I'm on a train.
Wait, really?
Yeah, mate, I'm on a train, mate.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wait, mate, I've got the app, don't worry.
Really? Nice. Alright, dude, cheers. He still refers to himself as the savior of Arkheim. Honestly, the only downside of this is that I've had to play with Tom. We've had a great time this week, and I can't wait to show you what happens next. Believe me when I say things really do take a turn for the dramatic. If you want to make your own story and help out the channel, sign up for free to Arkheim Realms at War using the link in the description. The guys over at Travian know we love a giveaway. So once you've signed up, comment below with your in-game name. Next week, we're going to announce 5 winners from those who have commented down below, and each one of those people are going to get 500 sapphires for their account. Tom, we've got to help secure the Ascension Gate.
On it.
Why did you build so many houses?
It was necessary.
Tom, we're ascending. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it.
Come on.